Woohoo! Over here! Hello! Oh, how lovely to see you again. Now, I do so hope you have been enjoying my fellow paintings here at the gallery. But I am very glad, nay, flattered, to see that you've come back to take another peek at me. Now, I know one shouldn't have favourites, but I am a very fine portrait, after all. Now, I don't know about you, but much as I admire a stormy seascape or a windswept vista, I do have a soft spot for my fellow portraits. And some of us have had a very hard time. And I don't just mean a face to the wall in some dusty corner or another for years on end hard time. No. No, there are much worse things that can happen to a portrait, let me tell you. Painter Rigg, or should I say, Mr. Ernest Higging-Riggs of Quakergarth, Hinderwell, liked a good portrait. A Fireside Reed, oh, she's one of his. Oh, and he did a lovely one of a little lad with the most gorgeous auburn curls. Painter Rigg's own nephew, I believe. Oh, and one of his mother. Oh, a fine old Yorkshire lady. Made her son's house the centre of hospitality. Endeared herself to everybody. Well, maybe not quite everybody. One morning, Mary, the Riggs' housemaid, one of the Kitchener's lasses from Boosbeck, was going about her normal duties lighting the fires. She went into the drawing room with a bucket of kindling, made her way across to the fireplace, where, above the mantelpiece, hung the picture Painter Rigg had done of his mother. But this morning, something was amiss. As Mary glanced up, she gave out a little squeak. There was Mother Rigg, hanging all skew-whiff, with a knife, slashed right through her. Slashed, I say, right through her. Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about. Oh, you wouldn't be able to hang straight for weeks. Oh, and then the scarring. Well, thankfully, the portrait was duly restored and nothing more was said. Well, perhaps not out loud. There were some who muttered that Painter Rigg had murderous intentions towards his mother. Well, I suspect she was quite the tartar, ruled the roost up at Quakergarth, and he'd had enough, couldn't take it any more, and took it out on the portrait of his mother. He probably just needed a bit of peace and quiet, and that's how he ended up going out on a Sunday with his paints and easel. Oh, cardinal sin in these parts. Painting on a Sunday? Oh, well, he soon got his just rewards from the God-fearing locals who emptied a bucketful of codheads over him. I don't believe he painted on a Sunday again. Well, any other day, the locals would be very happy to see the painters out and about. Indeed, some great friendships were made. There was Painter Bagshaw and Owd John and the crew of the True Love, and what became an enduring friendship between Painter Rowland Hill and Mr. William Mackenzie Horne of the Whitby Gazette. Oh, those two were often seen out painting together, striding over the fields, searching out a good spot to paint, the flamboyant artist in his +4s with pom-poms, and the quiet, hard-working businessman. I believe on one of these excursions, they both put their signature to the one painting. The name of the painting quite escapes me now, but I do know she hangs in pride of place at Mr. William Mackenzie Horne's granddaughter's house, Sarah, up the valley. Oh, it gives me such a warm glow to think of the friendship between those two. You know, Mr. William Mackenzie Horne fought in the war, and I think that experience stayed with him for a good time after. I'm sure going out painting was such a tonic to him. And Painter Hill would have enjoyed the company. I mean, the life of a struggling artist can't be easy. They must have shared their troubles. Now, you do know I'm not one for gossip, but it has been said that Painter Hill found his inspiration in liquor, and sometimes he was over-inspired. Oh, now alcohol has never passed my lips. Oh, maybe a dab of turpentine from a freshly washed brush. Whereas, she whom I portray, well, she liked a gin or two. All that time I was face to the wall. Oh, she was living the high life, smoking, driving fast cars, playing at cards and tennis, trips to the cinema, invited to all the best parties, and entertaining everybody with a quick wit and sense of humour. But I'm not bitter. I mean, where would I be today without she whom I portray? And all of you wouldn't be able to be standing there admiring her portrait. And a very fine portrait, though I say so myself.